So Larry goes out and we harvest a beautiful mule deer buck in velvet together. This thing is gorgeous. Now, I should have had Larry in the muddy blind, which he was really quick to point out while we were glassing the mule deer. He's like, well, if you'd have put me in your muddy blind there, we wouldn't be glassing them from the side of the hill. You know, clients sometimes give me a hard time. I don't get it really, but he was 100% correct. If he'd have been in the muddy blind, he would have had a really nice, easy shot on this mule deer. Instead, we had to wait hours and we had to do a little stalking, little sneaking around to make this happen. However, in my defense, I'm gonna say we still got it done. Granted, I was ticking down. I'm like, Larry, you have a minute and a half left of legal light. If you don't shoot now, we're not gonna get it done. Holy chowder. We watched him for a while, didn't we?
We did. Got to watch him go down. Ran at us, away from us, and back at us.
Right past the muddy blind. I should have had you.
Yeah, he did.
Look at that guy. Well, here are two beautiful archery mule deer bucks that we got yesterday, right? Both of them were taken yesterday. His buddy Shay took that one, and Larry took this one with me. I've got some beautiful footage of this buck and his buddy cruising around. The other buck had a little bit of a bend in his brow tine, but I wrote a long time ago, about 15 years ago, a book called Bow Hunting Western Big Game. It's in, I think it's third printing now. If you want to pick one up, you can go check out our webpage, fredeichler.com. But in there, one of the things I talked about is field judging mule deer quickly. And I talked about their ears. Mule deer, of course, have big ears, but if you can lay the deer's ears out, in general, that's 22 inches. It gives you a good reference. So let's turn this deer around, and we're gonna hold this tape measure from ear tip to ear tip to kind of show you what I mean here. So I'm gonna hold that right there. We're gonna come across level, and that deer's ears are 22 and looks like 2 3/8. So you can get a feel for exactly how accurate that is. On a mature deer, that's super close. Then when a deer is holding his ears kind of in a comfortable position as they're cruising around, you can usually count on close to 18 inches. That one's 18 and just a tad, if they're holding them in kind of a normal position. This deer, to give you an idea, and we glassed him for how long? We watched this deer for quite a while.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Cruising around, eating a bunch of the alfalfa in one of our fields. This deer is right at 170 inches, just a beautiful buck. I think he's got a 23-inch main beam, but this is a trophy. It's a Pope and Young mule deer, and what's really cool is he's in velvet, so super beautiful deer. We cooled him off. We're going to get him actually to a taxidermist with a freeze dryer, and he's actually going to preserve this natural velvet just like it is. But there's some tips for you if you're looking at mule deer in the field and you want to judge them quick. A quick way to get width, or a quick way to even look at it and get your measurements on the rest, is to know that that deer's ears, if they're at its widest point, is usually 22 inches. Man, nice job, buddy. That's a beautiful buck.
Thank you.